Everybody, welcome back to the Biotopes. It is getting to be nice outside here in Northern Ohio. So I've got the door open, the screen open, and love to have that natural light in the fish room here. Got a few updates for you guys today, so let's take a look at what we got going on. We'll get started. So our first tank is this Peruvian tank here. Nothing too major in this tank except we've added a couple juvenile. These are scalaire angelfish here, but they're an Altum variety. So really good looking fish. Excited to see how those guys grow up. So that's new in this one. Above that's our Costa Rican tank. Nothing too new here. Got the rainbow fish and Nicaraguan, some convicts. The Australian tank down here, nothing too new. The signifers are growing up nicely, them racing around. There's two males there, and then there's a female on that side. Other than that, everybody's doing well here. Above that is our Southern China tank. The big difference here is that we had a bit of a melt on the valve. I dosed Flourish Excel, which is kind of a carbon supplement. I overdosed it, so it really it killed a bunch of algae, but also caused the valve to die way back. It's coming back now. As you can see, it's a lot shorter than in the past. Nothing else new to speak of in this one. I've got our Indian tank here. We did, I think last time we talked about, we did add some Scarlet Batis. I think there's about 4 in here. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, they hang back here a lot. Pretty cool fish. A lot of good personality. There's one up here hanging out by this overflow. You can kind of see him there. Other than that, the only other big thing to note is this Apanageton natans is really taking off crazy. You can see he's got some flowers coming up here through the top. The algae's really gotten under control in this tank. So things are starting to get dialed in pretty well. That's my grow out for our angels there. This tank here, this is the tank we're going to spend most time on. I'll just cover real quick and we'll come back. This is my group of Gabusia holbrooki. It's the eastern mosquito fish. It's a melatonistic variety. You can see the males have this like almost Dalmatian pattern. You can find, there's one there, a couple there. So those are pretty cool eastern mosquito fish. And just got a plant grower out down here. Oh, I've got some shrimp I'm trying to get going in here. I installed these 2 shelves. There's a shelf up here, just kind of get some stuff off the wall, and another on this side here. I just noticed while we were talking, these signifers are sparring and trying to breed, trying to spawn there, so I just wanted to grab that. If you've never kept Sunnabegille signifers, probably one of the most common Sunnabegilles you can find, but really cool fish how they display, and the males spar with each other and chase the female around, so pretty neat. But anyway. So yeah, as I was saying, I installed those 2 shelves. I got a bunch of aquarium books and materials up here, and just some supplies on this side. These tanks here, this is my breeding pair of angels. Real quick question: I found this Boost Philandra in a local store. I think it's Kittigang long. But if anybody knows what kind of boost this is, I would really appreciate it. I've got it attached to this rock here. Nothing really in that tank. This tank is my huge colony of, I guess I just call them butt endlers, but lots of really cool fish there. Nothing too much here. And just some plants and the rest of these. So this is the tank we're going to spend the most time on today. I've got this hygger light riser that hygger sent to me because this light here, as you can see, I just kind of have it propped up here. I get algae growing on the lid, and it's just not ideal. So I want to see if I can hook up this riser and situate that light a little bit better. I tried putting this one female eastern mosquito fish in here to see if I can get her to spawn in that breeding cup, but did not happen. They have spawned in here, but they are ravenous fry eaters, so they did not. The babies did not last long. Even though I've got this big bar right round and spawning mop, and I'm trying to get some more plants to go in here, but they just chase down the fry too much. So I'm going to do a water change. I'll show you guys that, and then we'll see if we can get this light riser installed on this tank. Alright, first let's do a water change. You know, we've got this set up real easy. We've got water line that's hooked up from right here in the fish room, comes from the basement. So all I've got to do, and each of these tanks are drilled, overflow, and they drain right down there into the pipe that leaves the room out into the yard. So all I've got to do is turn this dial here, and then the water starts filling up, and I usually do about 6 minutes. Alright, water change is done. As you can see, the water is full. It just will slowly overflow. I've got a pre-filter there into that bulkhead and down. Both of these are on the same. So we've got some shrimp in this tank here, some yellow shrimp. Try to get that going along with that Anubias nana. And so you can see I don't worry too much about the mulm. We keep the water clean. The mulm, I think, helps the fish, especially when we're trying to breed and get babies going here. And obviously the shrimp don't mind it one bit. So while we let that water overflow, let's get into our new product. Again, the Hygger Universal Aquarium Light Riser. This is for the smaller tanks. And let's get it out of the box and take a look. Alright, don't have a good way to do a tripod right now, so I'm just going to get this open. I have not opened this yet. Thanks to Hygger for sending this out to me and let me try. I told them about the tank over there that needs that light reset, and they thought this would make a good difference. So let's get it out. So we got some adjustments here, some different screws to adjust. Nice thing about this is it looks like it's fully adjustable. There's two sizes. Again, this is the smaller one for smaller rims. This is going on a 10-gallon. Alright, I'm having a hard time getting this sucker out of here, so there we go. Sorry folks, one hand here. Alright, sorry about that. We finally got it out. Okay, so we've got the manual, we've got the different bars here. This is what it's going to look like. So it attaches onto the rim, and then it's adjustable to the different size lights that you might have. So I'm going to get it put together, and then we'll check back in. Okay, we've all completed this here. So first I'll say very easy to put together.